Chapter 3, Part 1, The Chosen. Everyone had their eyes on Vivi. Sheer bafflement filled faces. Vivi had been chosen. Fellwater's cursed child, the useless Runesmith, chosen by the legends. Out of everyone, Vivi was the one to become an ether hunter. How was that possible? Was it a dream? That was what Vivi herself was thinking, at least. Why me? Why would I ever get chosen? Simple, the spirit responded, speaking inside her head. Vivi felt a smirk from its tone. You're interesting. I like you. Our adventures will be amusing, I know already. Amusing, Vivi thought. The spirit, it seemed, could read her thoughts. My life is not entertainment. You chose me to defend humanity, to fight monsters and defeat storms. I can't fight. You wish to grow, don't you? The spirit asked with full seriousness. To earn ether and get yourself out of debt. Vivi paused. Could she really become an ether hunter? Barreau and Jude were pushed aside by a frowning spirit wielder. Serena Goldbridge faced Vivi with clear disapproval. Gods, if the contract went through, Vivi would earn the same surname. Vivian Goldbridge, a true blessed name for her. The thought of a name change was oddly scary. Vivi's name was fake and embarrassing, but it was hers. To think a spirit would break the laws of its own god, Serena said. I have never witnessed something so treacherous. This spirit had a reputation of troublemaking with its past owner, though I would not have believed it would take things so far. The spirit will have to be brought to Ithar for punishment. Yes, of course, Vivi said with a bow, finally some words she could understand. This was all a mistake after all. She would return the spirit and she'd get back to runesmithing with Grandpa. HMPH, the spirit cat said out loud. Its figure appeared from Vivi's chest. It floated upright and crossed its upper paws as if mimicking a human expression. Idiots, both of you. That Ithar guy is not going to give me any punishment at all, and you, my wielder, you certainly aren't going to give me away. Are you stupid? Ithar is your creator and the emperor of all humans, Serena scowled. Your words can be taken as abandonment of the pact. Ithar will sever your right to live. Blah blah, the spirit said. You humans make funny noises. She is right, Serena's fairy spirit pouted. You can't abandon the pact. Ithar will be mad. The cat licked its paws. Miss Runesmith, can we go now? Vivi didn't know who or what she should follow. Her years of practice in runesmithing never taught her how to deal with problematic spirits or annoyed hunters. She glanced at Serena, hoping the experienced spirit wielder would know what to do. Serena took a deep breath, then called her powers. Her spirit turned into a sword. Vivian, was it? Do you know how spirits are severed from their owners? Vivi gulped, no. Death, Serena said. Death is the only known method to undo a tie formed by a spirit. Ithar required our contracts to be strong and betrayal-free. Thus, he made the ties irreversible. Perhaps it is a shame he did not offer us a contract to peacefully remove spirits from unwanted bodies, but I am not one to question our God. I am sorry, but there is no other solution than for you to die. In the name of Ithar, I must retrieve this spirit from your core. Vivi's heart dropped, muscles too frozen for decisions. Townsfolk watched from the sidelines, close enough to have heard Serena's proclamation. Nobody laughed, even Barreau and Jude appeared shocked more than amused, but nobody rushed to defend Vivi either. You should probably run, the cat spirit said. It laughed in her thoughts as if Vivi's fears were simply hilarious. I'm sorry, cursed one, was all Serena said before swinging her spirit sword from overhead. Vivi closed her eyes and held out her arms in an useless attempt to block. I'm dead. She heard a metallic ding and her eyes snapped open. The cat spirit had blocked the swing with its claws. Serena's eyes were wide open in surprise. Don't you want to live? The spirit asked. They're going to kill you if you sit still. The command finally registered. Vivi stumbled to her feet and ran. But where? The doors. The cloister was guarded by plated men. She couldn't run through spears. The spirit's cat-like laughter continued to ring in her head. "The windows," it said. "I have a few thousand ether remaining from my previous wielder. Most of them are dim, but I can assist you. The Goldbridge human is only an examiner, not a real hunter. We can escape. Follow me." Vivi saw the spirit's red figure fly towards the cloister's line of tall, arched windows. She ran after it, saving her thoughts for later. Behind her, Vivi heard a whoosh from Serena's sword. The spirit wielder was many steps away. In no world should Serena's sword have reached. Yet Vivi's instincts flared a warning. Something was coming for her. "Duck!" the cat spirit yelled in her mind. Vivi didn't need to think twice. She dove to the ground just as a slash-shaped projectile flew past above her head. The slash, glowing blue and made of pure ether, smashed into the window ahead, shattering glass and cutting through the stone frame like nothing. Heart racing, Vivi glanced above her shoulder. Wisps of white mist-like ether flowed from Serena's eyes. Her silver hair fanned out and glimmered with gold, as if she had ascended to a higher being. Vivi wouldn't have been surprised if Serena took flight like an angel. Behind Serena, townsfolk and Fellwater's teens watched in horrified admiration. And the cat called her only an examiner. Serena swung her sword a second time. Another projectile shot forth with the swing, aimed at Vivi. She was too late to dodge. The projectile glowed in her vision like a death sentence flying her way. A red figure blocked the blow. The cat spirit swung with its claws, cutting Serena's swing in half. The two halves flew astray, collapsing against the church's walls. The building rumbled concerningly. The cat's claws glowed red with ether, power welling up. Then the cat released the attack at the dirt below. The blow landed with enough force to blow Vivi's eardrums. The ground exploded and a cloud of dirt covered the courtyard. Townsfolk were shouting, panicking toward the doors. "Run," the cat said with a little more volume. "Go." "Stop at once," Serena shouted from behind the dirt dust, "and offer yourself to Ithar." Vivi stood and sprinted for the shattered windows. Run now, apologize later, she thought. And run she did. If there was one thing growing up with Fellwater's bullies had granted her, it was fast feet. She could outrun the angriest of mobs with the right amount of adrenaline. With the spirit's presence in her head, her legs felt unnaturally fast. Serena's figure bolted after her with the speed of a wolf, strength enhanced to superhuman levels by her spirit's ether. 2 more slashes flew from Serena's sword. Vivi didn't glance behind, trusting her spirit to deal with attacks. Luckily, the cat spirit redirected the blows away from Vivi's skin. The cat grunted in her thoughts. "I'm running out of ether," it said. "That was the last I could block. That stupid urn dimmed out my powers." Vivi bolted through the opening in the shattered window just as another slash flew over her head, missing by inches. She was welcomed outside by a raging downpour. "Vive," a deep voice called from the side. Vivi's eyes opened wide, hearing Grandpa's voice. Grandpa stood by the window with the hood of his raincoat down, letting rain flow down his neck. Chapter complete. If you enjoyed it, like, comment, and subscribe for more light novel adventures. Part 2 is ready, so don't miss it.